Welcome back to News.ph. I'm Pio Ontiveros. We have with us tonight retired Deputy Director General Reynaldo Velasco of the Philippine National Police. He was the first SAF commander from 1983 to 1987 and former Deputy Chief PNP for administration until 2005 when he retired. He is a graduate of the Philippine Military Academy class of 1971. Good evening, General Velasco. Thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much, Pia. Thank you very much.
Sir, you are SAF. What was it like?
I'm very proud of this SAF. It was the elite unit as envisioned by General Ramos and Secretary de Villa when General Ramos was Chief PNP and General de Villa was the Director for Operations. And it was probably one of the shining moments in my career to lead an elite unit like this SAF. Actually was composed of original members who are all graduates of Ranger, U.S. Ranger Corps, Australian Ranger Corps, and other special course abroad. That was a core of about 160 people. From then on, we expanded it to 500, which is the normal strength of a battalion. So the new recruits have to undergo, of course, the basic recruit training, which is actually more on police work. And then at that time, they have to undergo 3 months of commando course, which is actually a mix of Ranger and Special Forces.
Ranger, of course, Army.
Yeah, Army. See, we cross-train with the Army and even the Marines. And a 1-month test mission to test their what they have learned. So during my time, before we can allow the troops to go out on test mission, practically they have gone through about 7 months of training.
Tagaligtas is the, what is that, the motto or the
Yeah,
theme?
Tagaligtas means that we have to safeguard everybody. And that's what these people did. They put their life on the line to save more people from being killed. That's why they took the vision of getting an international terrorist. So I've been doing a lot of bombing in Mindanao. So they have to expose themselves, sacrifice their lives, because they want to make sure that the Filipino people will live in peace.
Could we have done it, sir, with lesser casualties?
Given all these things that there are some mistakes, probably there were some mistakes. I don't know what will happen to the Board of Inquiry. But the ground commander started making coordination as early as 5:30 when Marwan was already taken. And what he was asking was for enforcement because his 300 people cannot anymore penetrate. Imagine 73 people fighting about probably 1,500 people. Even 300 people to reinforce. And these people are entrenched in their area. It's almost impossible. That's why the need for aerial support, which I think the commander on the ground, General Piñas, did. I don't know why the commander on the ground, on the part of the armed forces, took him up to 5:30 in the afternoon to fire the necessary support. And that was to save the entry force, which is under Colonel Train. Maybe if they did that earlier, maybe there were casualties, considering that about 1,500 fired at you and you were only 35. Pero we could have even put in about warning shot like white phosphorus as we always do. That will scare them already away and probably that would have made it easier to rescue them. But it did not happen. Now, I said, I will not judge on the decisions of ground commander. They must have good reasons. But we could have saved more lives if we did it. So claiming that Napiñas did not coordinate, maybe is wrong. Claiming that the 300 did not move and they're just sitting down is correct. But would you again allow 300 people to die more as a commander to face about 1,500 people entrenched, and then you're just going through a cornfield to attack them?
The SAF could not have coordinated before the fact. Kailangan makuha muna si Marwan para sigurado.
No.
Kasi baka mag-leak yung intel.
It's actually, I would say, it's commander's call. It is a surgical operation. And probably he thought that he can do it as fast. In fact, I asked them, how about plan A, plan B? I said, no plan A, plan B, because going to other areas, withdrawing to other areas are even more dangerous. So they have to go through the same road. It's actually a violation of Ranger tactics, but given the option, he has no other recourse. But he was hoping that it can be done so fast, and that given the peace process, for the MILF to respect, the MILF is claiming that is not their area. They are claiming that Marwan and Usman, Bashir Usman, are not with them. The target is Usman and Marwan. Or why should they react? Because they are protecting him. To tell now that they have nothing to do with it, I think we are too naive to believe that one. I cannot understand that. I will never believe that.
Would it have helped if the president picked up the phone and called the MILF leadership?
Maybe. Ideally, it could have been the most ideal. But it doesn't have even to be the president. Maybe the advisors, because they have in contact with the MILF. But from what I gathered, the commanders on the ground even put out their cell phone. So the question here is the MILF leadership in control of their men on the ground?
Yeah. So you were ARMM commanders some time ago. What is the culture of the MILF in the Muslim world like?
The culture is that if you are in government, you should have to be on top of the situation. You can never be weak. You can never be meek. You have to show your strength. And when you tell them, I'm going to do this, do it. You cannot just say, hey, you help me, let us make this process work. I think that does not work. I had been an armed commander, they helped me a lot. They kidnapped 22 students on my first week.
Okay.
They give it back to me without hurting anything.
Yeah. What did you do? Tinakot niyo sila?
I just asked some of my people that if they will kidnap them, we will also kidnap those relatives of those people who kidnapped them. If they can do that to a mayor general, why can't they do that now to a president, asking them now to produce basit, return the firearms, and make the people responsible, produce them, and put to the bar of justice?
So what did you think when the president did not attend the Villamor ceremonies?
I was sad because I think he was ill-advised. Sana man lang, meron mo 44 yan na heroes napatay so that the Philippines will be safe. And the Commander-in-Chief hindi man lang sumilip. Maybe that is what is in the hearts, not only of the relatives, but I think this is what is brewing now among Filipinos. They expected the Commander-in-Chief. But whoever advised him, I hope they will make adjustments later on. And I think even the speech, I was there during the
necrological.
Even the way he demanded these three things, it was not as strong as the SAF expected it to be. And even the statement that if he gets more angry, more damage will be done. I think if he gets angry, the faster the MILF will move to reply and answer his demands. But everybody wants peace. But I think we should not sacrifice a lot because we wanted peace. Because even the peace process, there are two things we have to study. We have to consider. So I think government has bended enough. Given the atmosphere, given the Mama Sapano incident, I think some of the congressmen and senators are right now in trying to scrutinize and dig deeper into the provisions. Maybe if this is the result of the bravery and the sacrifice of the SAF, maybe in part we have given justice to them.
The SAF, the elite unit of the Philippine National Police, anti-terror unit, is also the anti-coup force of the Philippine National Police. Correct, sir?
The SAF troopers, and of course the leader, Jan Ramos, and Secretary really believed that the legitimate president was President Cory Aquino. We helped to make sure that President Aquino will become president after she was cheated. And I would like to say here that among so many stories about EDSA 1, there are so many people involved. But to my knowledge, there are only 4 battalions actually na talagang buo. I would like to remind everybody here that SAF never turned his back against the president. I hope that will be on record. And SAP never went against the will of the people.
On Sunday, Secretary Mar Rojas of the DILG had a forum, a discussion with several SAF troopers in Camp Bagong Diwa. And one of them said something very telling that, and we paraphrase him, he was saying that this government cannot protect us, but we are fighting for this government, etc. Merong ganong mga damdamin na lumalabas.
Maybe emotional na yan. Sobra naman na yan. I think, siguro ang direct term is kulang yung naipakitang suporta sa kanila. Kasi kung tama ang suporta na ibigay sa kanila, hindi ganun karami ang mamamatay sa kanila. Thus, SAP is not just tagaligtas. PNP should be tagaligtas because that is their sole mission.
General Velasco, yesterday a video circulated, the president speaking to SAF troopers at the end of the day. He had that whole half day where he spoke to the families of the fallen 44. And then afterwards, kausap niya yung mga tropa ng SAF. There was a point there where at the end, he asks the troopers kung meron silang sasabihin or may tanong, tahimik lang sila. We'll watch this video for a while.
Ito rin ako, baka may gusto kayo sabihin sa akin. May susunod na araw, mag-uusap pa rin tayo ulit. Pero baka meron kayong gusto sabihin sa akin ngayon, hindi daw para handa makinig. So, may gusto nyo. Ano sabihin nyo? Sorry. Chief Superintendent, baka meron kayong gustong parating sa akin ngayon. Anybody, please feel free to speak up.
General Velasco, my question is, what did that long silence mean when he was talking about his own experience of losing a loved one to a very violent death?
I think it was not the proper time to, you cannot ask grieving people to grieve for you. The people wanted sympathy. They cannot expect that the answer will be them sympathizing with somebody. I have not talked to them, but I was there.
Yeah.
I felt it.
And you felt it?
I felt it. Being the commander, I felt bad about it. 10 hours of fighting, 44 people died. I think no less than a Medal of Valor is deserving. Because if you are a Medal of Valor awardee, your son can even go to PMA without entrance examination. What
is it the president needs to do? If you were his advisor at this point in time, after all, this is a PNP matter also, what is it the president should do now? What is it that the Philippine National Police should do now?
First is I think the president now should pursue his demands, and it should not be delayed. Second, probably, he should make a very, I think there is now a clamor for leadership in the PNP. I think he should study that very well and make the right move. I work with General Espina. He's a very good officer. But given his the position as OIC, it's very difficult. It was just like General Lastimoso, General Larusa. They cannot. There is somebody there who is the de facto chief PNP. I think Espina can do it, but his problem is that he has only, I think, 5 months or 6 months na lang. But if the clamor has to be answered, I think it's about time that the president should put there somebody who has the respect of the entire Philippine National Police. And that should be somebody who has the service reputation, and hopefully somebody who has gone through all the aspects of command, from company commander, provincial commander, regional commander, have gone through all the major regional areas of the Philippines, meaning Mindanao, Visayas, and Luzon. He has gone through staff and even various command positions up to regional level. I don't think it's not a very difficult thing to do. There are a lot of good officers there, and I hope they will get the right choice. Hindi lang yung kakilala ko, kaibigan ko, hindi ko kilala, hindi pwede. I think, anyway, the president should now get out from hindi ko kasi kilala. I think he should now look at a PNP officer who is truly professional, but somebody who earns the respect of all the officers and men. That is very important. Kasi pag commander ka, wala kang respeto, hindi ka ginagalang, kakayanin ka. Not directly, but in some ways, like, bakit hindi ako tatanggap? Tumatanggap yan. This kind of things. But if you have a commander who epitomizes the real leadership, that the rank and file will follow, that is your chief PNP. Kilala mo man o hindi yan, kung magaling yan, tatrabaho yan para sa iyo.
Thank you very much for joining us, General Reynaldo Velasco. Thank you.
Maraming
so very
salamat
much.
din po.
And thank you for watching. See you again next Wednesday. I'm P. Ontiveros. Good night.